Houston has a new competitive advantage that's emerging, right? Houston, of course, we offer the superior global access, a highly advanced and low-cost, low regulatory business environment, along with the low cost of living that enables this great quality of life where your money goes further here. That's a story that Houston's been telling for a long time, right? We've got a large, deep base of STEM talent, of engineers, millennials, consistently among the top 10 in the country, and this has long been Houston's competitive advantage over other cities. But what might surprise you is where Houston's economy is emerging in order to create our next competitive advantage in technology and innovation. You see, on the talent front, we continue to attract and retain some of the top engineering and tech talent, boasting over 97,000 digital technology workers in Houston, more in fact than Austin. Of course, Austin does have more concentration than Houston. But during the past 5 years, we've seen a surge, and in fact, a rapid increase, about 31% growth in our digital tech talent base. Faster, fortunately, than Boston, Austin, and Denver. Now, access to that talent comes, of course, from 20 area universities and colleges, including 3 Tier 1 universities, including the University of Houston, Rice University, and Texas A&M, in addition to all of the other universities in the area. But because of this wide array of colleges, Houston also has one of the highest rankings among cities with engineers, and in fact, more than Silicon Valley. That wasn't the same just a few years ago. But still, that's not enough for Houston, right? What we've learned, especially after Amazon HQ2, is to compete in the next generation knowledge economy, we need to attract more digital tech talent. That is going to be one of the key ingredients for Houston's future success. I'm proud to say that our city's investment and dedication to making transformational moves to accelerate the growth of our innovation ecosystem is unprecedented of what's happened here. Houston's success has always been built on a collaborative mindset, and we are rapidly expanding the number of innovation centers all across the region in order to create collisions between startups, industry leaders, academics, and investors to accelerate problem solving on a global scale. As we like to say, companies come to Houston to solve problems that matter. Here, as you see on the far left there, the newly established innovation corridor is a 4-mile link that extends from downtown Houston to the medical center, home to multiple research universities and hundreds of Houston's most innovative companies. And the hub of the innovation corridor is a newly announced 9-acre, $100 million development associated with Rice University, which will house startups, investors, corporations, and other higher education institutions in a collaborative and technology transfer atmosphere. In addition to this, it will also be home to the Houston Exponential, which is a multi-institutional collaboration framework that we established this year, bringing forth together our technology incubators, the Greater Houston Partnership, and the Mayor's strategy around innovation in order to accelerate the development of Houston's innovation economy to support high-impact, high-growth startups. Plus, the Texas Medical Center, not to be outdone, has launched a $1.5 billion biotech translational research campus right here in the middle of all of this. And it's all just opening within 2 years. But I'm not done. Or I should say, the city's not done. I'm also proud to report that the city and local institutions have entered in strategic partnerships with Apple, Microsoft, HPE, WeWork, and Flatiron Coding, among others, in order to invest in our workforce and into our digital infrastructure. So, what does all this mean? Tech is growing in Houston. We currently have about a dozen traditional tech firms of any significance and size that many of you would know. The reality is many of our tech talent are embedded within Houston's large employers within our industry, and they're digitizing rapidly. We also have 400 startups, many of them in digital IT, biotech, and energy. Here you have just a few to kind of give you a sense of the firms that are making an impact here in the Houston area. Now, where does this leave blockchain? Well, a number of these companies that I just showed you are actually doing work in blockchain, and as you might expect, oil and gas is probably where we're going to get the highest traction within the supply chain for blockchain in Houston. There's currently 4 main applications for blockchain in oil and gas. I'm just going to hit on a few here quickly. I'm sure the speakers yesterday and probably today, especially with Chevron and others, will maybe share more in depth about what those applications look like. But in terms of things like energy transactions, where blockchain is providing a platform for trading energy products and tracking ownership of assets as they change hands before final settlement. Things like regulatory reporting and compliance, which gives government entities the transparency they need in order to view deals while preventing tampering and strictly controlling who can see what in the transaction. Also things like asset optimization, where blockchain can reduce complexity and cost by automating certain processes that are impossible with conventional approaches. And then finally, in the global supply network, making it easier to track transactions between many vendors over the course of a life cycle over a single product. Specifically, other companies that are using blockchain in oil and gas are companies like BHP Billiton, which uses blockchain to record movements of wellbore rock and fluid samples. This allows them to better secure real-time data during delivery, and last year BHP actually went so far as to require its vendors to use blockchain to collect live data. Companies like BP, Shell, and Stat Oil announced the joint development of a blockchain-based digital platform for energy trading. And that platform, which is scheduled to be operational by the end of this year, will manage physical energy transactions from trade energy to final settlement. So, just right here, just 4 of the, I think, dozen or so companies that we uncovered just within a matter of days, trying to identify who are the companies and the players in blockchain that are looking to make an impact. I think today you're going to probably hear from a few others, including some of our partners, XChain2 that you may have heard from. Was it XChain2 was today or yesterday? I forget. Both? Okay, good, good. So as you can see, there are many ways that blockchain can be applied in Houston's legacy native industries. And it's not just one company developing these solutions, and it's not all just happening in Silicon Valley. So, as you can see, Houston is where innovation and innovation truly converge to solve problems that matter. We're unabashedly proud of our pro-growth attitude and the fact that business and civic leaders in Houston never stop working to creating an amazing quality of life for our customers and our companies and communities. Thank you.